Alright, so here we are in Philadelphia at the Barbary. We're here with Pete from Whitehorse. Pete, we really appreciate your time and sharing a word with below the scene readers from around the world. Really appreciate it. So, Whitehorse is kicking off a tour here very soon, starting at Chaos and Teos. Could you tell us a little bit about the tour, like where you'll be heading, what bands you'll be playing with?
Yeah, we've got 34 dates. Start at Chaos, go north through the Midwest, from Minneapolis across to Providence, Providence down to Florida, Florida across to San Diego, and then up to Seattle, finish in Seattle. So yeah, 34 shows, playing half of the shows with a band from New York called Vocalist, a few shows with The Body, a few shows with Hot Graves from Florida who we're doing a split record with, and yeah, lots of other bands.
Awesome. Very cool, man. So you guys have several releases out already. What's right now? What are you guys going to be supporting on this tour? Like what's current?
We have 3 new releases coming out for the tour, or 4 actually, but 3 main ones. We got a split 12-inch with Vocalist, is coming out on a German label called Vendetta. Split 12-inch with a band called Cross from Seattle. That's coming out on Blind Day from Germany, and split 7-inch with Hot Graves from Florida. That's it's coming out on 4 different labels across the world. So those are the main ones, and then yeah, there's a live CD that's coming out on a small label from Minneapolis called Small Doses that has just got organised. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Awesome.
But, yeah, that on top of the vinyl release of Progression, which came out last year. We toured on that when it was only out on CD, so we have vinyl of that this time. Awesome.
Very cool, man. So it's interesting that you guys chose to break out, because I would assume that's a lot of material that you have that you're going to stretch across 4 releases. What did you guys like discuss, like, you know, as opposed to releasing like a traditional like full length or like an EP? Like, what made you decide to go with several sprint releases instead of something, you know, a little bit longer?
Well, yeah, last year when we toured the US, we had a full length then, and we had a split with The Body then, and then like over that tour is where we met Batilis and Hot Graves guys, and the Cross guys. Like, we played with Cross and Batilis, and we just met the Hot Graves guys. Yeah, so we decided during tour then we do splits with all these bands, and then opportunity came up to come back so soon, so we just managed to get all those out in time for that tour.
Right on, right on. Now, did you record all this material at the same time, or is this something that you guys broke up like over a more extended period of time?
It's all recorded like at the same time. So it's like three separate tracks. 7-inch one weighs into like 5 minutes, and the other 2 are over the 10-minute mark. Yeah, it was all written and recorded over the last like 6 months.
Cool. Do you guys have like a primary studio that you stick with, or like where do you guys do the bulk of your recording?
We have a friend in Melbourne who runs a small studio called Sonorous Circuits, and yeah, he just got evicted, so he's a bit done right now. But yeah, he's been looking after us and our other bands for the last like couple of years.
Cool. And where's he based out of?
Melbourne, Australia. Like yeah.
Awesome. Very cool. So you guys are coming to the United States by way of Australia. What brings you out early?
I've come out early for Death Fest, so is one of the other members.
Cool.
Yeah, all the other guys are just joining us over at Austin.
Very cool.
Fest.
Awesome. Any bands that you're particularly looking forward to seeing?
Lots of stuff. Like, just too many bands.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah, looking forward to playing with lots of great bands, and also seeing lots of bands prior to playing and on the road. So.
Awesome. Very cool, man. Very cool. So after you guys wrap up this tour, what are your plans for like the rest of the year, like as we head into 2013?
The only other plans we have, like, we got 1 show booked when we get back to Australia. We have a little break when we get back, and we play with Mournful Congregation and Procession from Chile. Then we start working on a new album, I think, and hopefully get something out next year, and maybe try and tour Europe next year.
Awesome, very cool. So what are some of the differences that you notice, like when you're touring Australia or Europe as opposed to like touring here in the States? Like, is there anything that's, anything that's easier, anything that's a little bit more difficult, like when you come over to the States?
Yeah, if you're touring in Australia, you start on a Thursday night, and by the end of the weekend, you're at the other end of the country and you've got nowhere else to go, and you only play 3 shows or 4 shows.
Gotcha.
So here, we're playing 34 shows in 37 days. Like, you can't do that in Australia.
Right.
Haven't hit Europe yet, but find that out, next year. But
awesome.
Yeah, the other place we've toured is Japan, and that's just a whole other world. So.
Right on, right on. Now, just to kind of switch gears into some more like lighthearted stuff, do you guys have any like food stops or any like thing that's like off the grid that you're particularly looking forward to on the U.S. tour?
I'm sure we'll be eating a lot of Waffle House and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's so much variety of food here. It's like everyone kind of gets excited about stuff like fried pickles and stuff like
right.
that. So yeah, we'll be delving into the dark world of junk.
Awesome.
We're here. Yeah.
Cool. And you guys are going to be back in Philly, right, here in a couple weeks at the Kung Fu Necktie?
Yeah, playing at Kung Fu Necktie on the 14th of June with Vocalist. I'm not sure who the local are, but.
Cool, very cool. And we'll be there. We'll be covering it and doing a feature for the mag, so we look forward to that. Awesome. Well, hey, we really appreciate you giving Below the Scene readers a minute of your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.